What you want, what you gonna
What is up, guys? 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄 coming in here, and today is another storytime video. This storytime is going to be one that is going to make me cringe a little more than normal because it's something that I have to think of that, honestly, I really did not want to have to ever think about this again because it was a very painful experience for me, and it's pretty nasty. But anyway, I'll try not to be too graphic, but I will explain to you guys what happened. So it is a hot summer day in the year 2010, I think, 2010. I was like 10 years old, so yeah, 2010. And I got some friends over. My next door neighbors were over hanging out, and my dad and my other next door neighbor are downstairs working on the old car that we have. We have a old 1930s car that obviously needs work every now and then. They were doing some work on it, so they were using hot tools like a soldering iron and all sorts of other stuff, working with metals with the car. And I was told to stay away from the garage because there's going to be very hot tools down there, and then I shouldn't go down there because it's really dangerous. And if I do go down there, make sure I have really good shoes on, not like sandals or anything, open-toed or anything. And of course, me as a little 10-year-old, I was like just totally disregarded. Don't listen to my parents. I don't know what my parents are thinking. They're you know, they don't know what they're talking about anyway. It's basically my attitude then. And I decide to run around the house with my friends, and we're like screaming and yelling and just being 10-year-olds, right? We're just going crazy. And I run downstairs, okay, into my garage. And the second I walk into my garage, I step on a hot industrial soldering iron, and it was so painful. I knew exactly what I had done. I knew I stepped on something really bad the second it happened because I remember it was on because they were working on it. He literally my dad walked away from the tool for 2 seconds to go grab some and come back. And of course, my poor thinking of a little 10-year-old at the time just ran out there and stepped on the thing. And yes, it melts to my foot, and it is on and is painful. And I'm standing there for a good 10 seconds before my neighbor comes over, and he literally picks me up off this, yanks it off my foot and throws it on the ground and runs me upstairs. I'm like screaming bloody murder, and just like he runs me upstairs, puts me under cold water in the sink, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And he's like, we gotta take it, you know, hey, we're gonna have to take him to the hospital because this is really bad. His foot is like totally soldered. It was really bad. It hurt so much. Funny thing, I don't have a scar anymore, which is really nice. Mainly because I did not have to get stitches. When we went to the ER, they said, you know, oh, he's not going to need stitches, but it's really bad, so he's going to need padding and all this other stuff you're going to have to put on it to make sure that it's okay and it heals okay. And it did. Like I said earlier, you know, it did heal. My foot healed, and it's fine. I do have a little bit of like a tender spot on my foot where every now and then, like it's more ticklish than normal. But there's no scar, which is really nice. My foot doesn't have a scar left from where the giant solder went across my entire foot, because at the time it did cover my entire foot. It was really bad, and I'm really happy everything worked out for the best. I remember for like 2 or 3 weeks I had to walk around with like a padding on my foot with like ointment and stuff on to make sure that it was okay, but it was really good. In the end, it's okay. It was all fine. Nothing, no one ended up dying, and I learned my lesson to actually listen to my parents when they told me to do something, which thanks Mom and Dad. Just a little bit of a little heads up for the next time I did something stupid. It was listen to your parents. So yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. This has been 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, smack the like button. Let's try to get this video to 15 or 20 likes, somewhere around there, because you beautiful people can do that. And yeah, that's all I got. As always, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. Peace out, guys.
All that you are, all that I